Say all that again? Okay. Okay. I think we should maybe have sound now?
You gotta call Rex over.
No, actually, I'm just trying to be able to get back to my page. There it is. Not sure why it's doing that. Can you confirm if people can actually hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Yeah, see, no sound. Can you hear it now, Val? No sound either. You can hear me?
Yep.
All right.
Nancy, go see Daddy.
You saw it. Now you get to hear it. Come here, Rex.
Go
Come here.
get him.
Come here. Oh, hi. Okay, good job, Rex. Well, the adventure just continues. I have no idea what happened there. Welcome to Living Room Worship. As you can probably tell, I am actually not in my living room tonight. As I was mentioning to my computer, which no one could hear, got all new equipment from Spectrum, but I'm closer to the router here, so we're going to give this a shot. That's my kitchen back there. And this is called the room with no name, because we don't really know what that room is supposed to be. But now I'm very glad to have you with us. Again, I'm sorry about last week. That was a nightmare and a half. And I think we're all settled now. And it dawned on me after we signed off last week that we never got to our contest. So I'm going to give you all one more shot. And here's the thing. I've been thinking about this for like Susie and Kira and Tim, who I still don't have your address, Tim. Say it was Star Wars related, but if you don't claim it this week, no. Contest. We never got to it. So here's the thing. For those past winners, yes, you can come back into the fold and play again. And I'm just gonna run through the 4 songs from last week super fast, so you gotta listen real quick, because we are gonna have kind of a abbreviated version of the contest tonight. And there's a bonus question here tonight: is besides me being in a different room, there's something else different about tonight. One of the things that I'd like to test just real quick, maybe with these first few contest songs, is I want to make sure that the microphone can pick up my guitar. It's on a different side, so you'll just have to tell me if it's coming through. Okay, so here are the 4 songs from last week. Okay. Ooh, that's a rough start. Okay, that's all you get. Then there was this song. Okay. Then there was this song. Okay. And finally, okay, so there's the 4 from last week. First person who can name all 4 with the title of the song and the artist, you will win a prize.
The hedges can hear your guitar.
Good. Good. So, I will be giving the other songs in sporadically throughout this evening, and there will only be 3, plus the bonus question of what is different except the room that I'm in. So tonight, I named tonight Through the Decades. And I thought it would just be kind of fun to go back through the last several decades doing a song or two from each of those time periods. Because it's kind of interesting how songs have changed with the times. The praise music kind of changes with the culture as well. I'm not sure if that's always the best thing in the world. But maybe that's why we can sing some of these songs that were written 30, 40, 50 years ago. And lyrically especially, they're still just as strong. Yeah, I already mentioned it. Look, see, I put together notes, but I'm not following them. So we're going to jump right into our first decade. So I'm taking us back to the 70s. And that's the decade that I was born. Barely into the 70s when I was born. And this is just kind of a short mini medley of just a couple songs from that time period. One was from 1978. The other, I believe, was from 1977. And I don't think I put the words in for the second part of this medley, but you'll likely know it. I love you, Lord, and I lift my voice to worship you, oh my soul, rejoice, take joy, my King, in what you hear. May it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ear. And I exalt thee, I exalt thee, and I exalt thee. I got some signage here. We are talking about guinea pigs. Haha. Allie's was called Pet. That's an extremely original name for a pet. Oh, hi Val and Kelly and Jane and Vern, the Bishops and Kaylin Lesser. Wow, all the way from Seattle then. And the Hedges. Excellent. So, a couple little songs from the 70s. I'm not doing a whole lot from them because I don't remember anything from them because I was just a little kid. But the 70s was an interesting period, wasn't it? Long hair, Jimmy Carter. Maybe the most important thing was Star Wars. Came out in 1977. Rocky. Yo, Adrian. I mean, that was some pretty interesting stuff. You had bell bottoms. You had pull tabs. Sideburns. My dad had some pretty sweet chops going down at one point with the mustache. Not the beard, just the mustache and the chops. That's hot.
He had a perm, too.
Well, that was in the 80s. Yeah, well, that would have been late 70s, yeah. Yeah, men in like little tight perms. That was weird. Medallions, shirts. See, I should have dressed more appropriately. Should have had the shirt unbuttoned way down and the big medallion. That would look good. If you see me looking over here, that's because that's where Leah's sitting tonight at our kitchen table. Yeah, they can't. She smiled at you. That's always good.
Smile at you.
You smiled at me. That's nice. Okay, so the contest for last week, if there's not a winner within like the next 3 minutes, we're moving on, okay? So before I announce what those 4 songs were last week, which I'm giving you now like 30 seconds. I know that was a quick 5 minutes. Let me give you the first song for this week's contest. Again, there's only 3 songs. That wasn't right. That's kind of like me playing on Sunday during that live stream, trying to do Jesus Loves Me. If you didn't see it, that's probably worth going and checking out on YouTube. That is a worship fail right there. We tried. Okay, here we go. Well, let's kind of mess that up. Let's try that again. God, I'm playing terrible tonight.
It's a different room.
It is. I feel weird sitting where I'm sitting. I never sit like this. If you haven't figured it out, you should be able to with that one. So that's song number 1 for this week. So now we take off into the 80s. Oh, what have we got here? Hi, Diana Benjamin. Hi. Hell, Silva, pretty sure Carter's presidency was in the 80s because I voted in that election. Well, that might be. Who wasn't he president from 76 to 80? And then Reagan was voted in 80?
Ford was in 74. That's all I know.
Okay. So there's your first song. The 80s. Let's get into the 80s. Now that was what I remember most of my teenage years. Yeah, the 80s. There were some pretty good praise songs put out then. You had a couple of the Christian artists who started getting pretty popular, like Amy Grant and Michael W. Smith. And with that, I think praise songs, the more contemporary stuff, started kind of making its way more into the church as well. The 80s were weird, though. That was very much the me decade. There was this kind of real push towards kind of self-centeredness, materialism, really big, giant, ugly hairstyles, lots of makeup for men and women. It was one of the many times at Richland High there was a controversy over the mushroom cloud image. We also witnessed a great athlete go through Hanford High School, and that was my brother. He was a great athlete, all-state football player, pro baseball player. During the 80s, the Empire struck back. The Jedi returned. There was a Terminator. I'll be back. Not the Tuma. I know that's not the right movie, but same guy. Yeah. And we were living in a material world, and I am a material girl. So it was kind of a weird decade. But we had some good songs that came out of it. This first one we're going to do is from 1987, and I included this one especially because it also made our list of songs to vote on for last week, and it didn't get enough votes to make it into the top however many we did. So I'm going to be doing that now. And yes, I know I lick my fingers a lot. I'm a COVID nightmare when it comes to that. There it goes again. So this one's called Take Me In. Take me past the outer courts, through the holy place, past the brazen altar. Lord, I want to see your face. Pass me by the crowds of people, priests who sing their praise. I hunger and thirst for your righteousness, and it's only found one place. Take me into the holy of holies. Take me in by the blood of the Lamb. Take me into the holy of holies. Take the cold, cleanse my lips, here I am. Take the cold, cleanse my lips, here I am. Say that again. Take me past the outer courts, through the holy place, past the brazen altar. Lord, I want to see your face. Pass me by the crowds of people, the priests who sing and praise. I hunger and thirst for your righteousness, and it's only found one place. Take me into the Holy of Holies. Take me in by the blood of the Lamb. So take me into the Holy of Holies. Take the cold, cleanse my lips, here I am. Take the cold, cleanse my lips, here I am. All right.
Rexy has to go potty.
See, that's one of the fun things of doing this in my house. Because usually at church we don't have to stop and go, oh, I think someone has to go potty. That might help, I don't know. Okay, let me reveal what the 4 songs were from last week. Very quickly. I don't think anyone got it. Okay, so here are the 4 songs. Closing time. Time for something, 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 something. And I know who I want to take me home. By the way, that's an interesting song because the writer of it wrote it about the birth of his daughter. The whole song is about little baby going, I know who I want to take me home. It's not really about closing out a barn. Kind of cool. So that was the first song. The second one, capo. If I was a better guitar player, I wouldn't need it. Hey there, Delilah. Da, 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 do 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 do. Do 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 do. You might know it by the chorus. Oh, it's what you do to me. I know it's what you do to me. That's number 2. It's called Hey There, Delilah by the Plain White Tees. Closing time is by Semisonic. Okay.
You sing those so pretty.
Oh, I try. I work on them all the time. Come on, people. You should have, whatever that is, you should have gotten that. Cause I'm a cowboy.
You are.
On a steel horse I ride. I'm wanted. I wasn't expecting the background. Dead or Alive. Wanted, Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. The final song. And you know, it's kind of interesting. The person who taught me how to play this was none other than Tim Schmidt, our last contest winner. I'm not even going to try and sing this because I can't. He's got a fast car. I guess I did. Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. Okay. Which now brings us, where am I? To our second song for this week's contest. So our first, which was played truly horribly by me, was the... That should give it away right there. That really should. So here's this one. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a tough one. Yeah, come on, people. Jump in on the chat here. Get stuff going. All right, here we go. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the 80s. Why don't we do some songs from the 80s? We did Take Me In from 1987. This next one from 1988 is still one that is sung especially at camps, especially the chorus. And this is a classic song by the late Rich Mullins. which is called Awesome God. When he rolled up the sleeves, he wasn't putting on the Ritz. Our God is an awesome God. There is thunder in his footsteps and lightning in his fists. Our God is an awesome God. And the Lord, he wasn't joking when he kicked them out of Eden. It wasn't for no reason that he shed his blood. His return is very soon, so you better be believing that our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. When the sky was starless in the void of the night, our God is an awesome God. He spoke into the darkness and created all the light. Our God is an awesome God. Judgment and wrath he poured out in Sodom. Mercy and grace he gave us at the cross. I hope that we have not too quickly forgotten that our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. Well, it's been a long time since I've done that song. That's fun. All right. How are we doing time-wise? Okay, we're doing okay. So then we scooted into the 90s. Devin! Woohoo! Hi, Devin. So, Jack's there too?
I don't know.
Wow. Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack. So then we go into the 90s, and I met my wife in 1993, and last week I started a story of how I proposed to my wife, and I never got around to actually finishing it because of, let's just call it the spectrum issue. The spectrum controversy. No, the spectrum conspiracy. That's the word. So, it was the summer of 94? No, 94? Yeah. Anyways, I decided I was going to propose, and Leah thought it would be romantic to do this at Christmas. I didn't want to wait till Christmas because it was in July. And we were both working at Camp Gormley, and so I'd gone down. I asked her parents' permission. That was great. I decided I was going to propose to her like within the next couple days. And so I went and got all of her favorite kind of snack foods and stuff like that. And when I got back to camp, I thought, I got to do something. I want to do something special, obviously. We had taken a trip a couple weeks before I was going to propose at Multnomah Falls. And we ended up taking her brother's Jeep that had no top on it, and it started pouring rain on us, and then the Jeep stalled. And it ended up being, actually it was a great day. We went to Leavenworth, but I didn't propose that day.
I also flooded the engine on accident.
Yeah.
Oops.
Look at her, taking the credit for that.
I did.
So when I got back to camp, I went to our camp director, Sonny Salisbury. I said, Sonny, I'm going to propose to Leah. He got all excited. I said, but I need your help. He's like, oh, okay. He had this great house at camp. It was kind of off the main part of the camp, kind of in the back. And
Sorry, but my mom's watching, and she says so far you're doing an okay job on the proposal story.
Oh.
But you better keep the facts straight.
Okay, well, since my mother-in-law is watching, she was one of my favorite parts of this story, because when I went down to their house to ask their permission, I came to the door and Marilyn opened, and I said, hey, and she goes, oh, hi. She goes, we weren't expecting you. I said, no. And she goes, where's Leah? I said, well, it's just me tonight. She goes, oh. She goes, hey, Jack Corey's here by himself, and he wants to talk to us. think she kind of knew what was going on. So I talked to Sonny and I said, Sonny, is there any way that we could decorate your house up like it's Christmas? Because she wants to get engaged at Christmas and I want to do this now. I don't want to wait. So he said, don't worry about a thing. I got it taken care of. So the next day, I set it up with Leah that I was supposed to do her midsummer evaluation. I was summer staff coordinator. And so I told her that right after dinner she'd have to come down to Sonny's house so we could do her evaluation. And she was having a horrible day. Her contact lens ripped, so she was wearing her glasses. It was blistering hot. And then I told her that I wouldn't be able to have dinner with her because I wanted to go get snazzed up for this whole thing. And so she was mad at me for that. So right around dinner time, I went down to Sonny's house and I walked in. It was awesome. He had Christmas tree up that I'm pretty sure illegally cut down in the forest.
Don't tell.
And had it all, his living room all decorated up with Christmas stuff. Had a fire going because they had air conditioning. And stocking. I mean, it was just incredible. Had all the food that I got all set up, just beautiful. And so I got this suit on, and here comes Leah. I see her out this little window tromping down the trail, just angry as could be. And she knocks on the door, and Sonny said, oh, come on in, Leah. And then he bolted. He and his wife were kind of watching behind this door. So Leah walked in, and she looks around. You know, I'm in a suit. How often does that happen? She looks around, and she looks at me, and she goes, what's going on? I said, well, I have something I'd like to ask you. She's like, okay. So I got down on one knee and I took out the ring and I said, will you marry me? And she just stood there smiling at me, looking at the ring, looking at me and smiling. And I'm down there kind of, I said, is that a yes? And she said, yes. And then I calmly sat down on the couch and said, well, thank you. I very much appreciate you.
Lie.
No, I didn't. I fell on my back and started kicking my legs and arms in the air and screaming because I was so happy.
You look like a fly.
I did look like a fly in the throes of death. It's got to be like an illustration or an allegory there. Mom, good so far, but you forgot that you left. Yeah, I told him that last week, actually, that I'd left my poor friend Jim out in his van. Oh, well, Jim was okay. All right. So that's probably like, I mean, of the things that happened in the 90s, getting to know Jesus and getting to know my wife, those were the best things. So we're going to do a song now from the 90s, written by a guy named Billy Foote. I was looking at that earlier and I thought, that'd be weird to have the last name be a body part. Foot. If he was into sports, he would be an athlete's foot.
They like our story.
Oh, that's nice. So this is a song he wrote that's a very popular song called You Are My King, also known as Amazing Love. I'm forgiven because you were forsaken. And I'm accepted, you were condemned. And I'm alive and well, your spirit is within me, because you died and rose again. Amazing love, how can it be that my King would die for me? Amazing love, I know it's true. It's my joy to honor you in all I do, to honor you. Now I'm forgiven because you were forsaken. Now I'm accepted, you were condemned. And I'm alive and well, your spirit is within me, because you died and rose again. Amazing love, how can Jesus, you are my King. Jesus, you are my King. Amazing love, how can it be? My King would die for me. Amazing love, I know it's true. It's my joy to honor you in all I do, to honor you. I'm one of the best new members of the family. Proud to call my son-in-law. Oh, that's nice. Jane, if he threw a party, it would be a football. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so that was one of our songs from the 90s. Let me give you the last contest song of the night. So the first one, just a reminder real quick. Second. Trying to remember what it was. Okay. Now our third. Said, these are tough. So there you go. 3 songs, 3 artists. Has anybody guessed,
Nope.
besides being in this room, what's different about tonight? Okay. Well, in the 90s, a certain fella came along. Well, he was around before then, too. But I think this is kind of when he started gaining some prominence, especially as a songwriter. And most of his songs are written in kind of a modern hymn sense. And his name's Stuart Townend. He's worked a lot with Keith and Kristen Getty, songs like In Christ Alone. A lot of their songs he has co-written. And so he's churned out some really fantastic songs. This is one of my favorites. I think this might have been the first one I heard by him. This came out in 1998, the same year that I actually came to the church. No helmet?
Usually you have a helmet.
Oh. There's a guinea pig cage right behind me. Does that count? I know, and I even mentioned Star Wars. Oh, shame.
Second guess? You got a haircut?
Yeah. That's why I'm wearing the hat.
No helmet, no haircut. Okay.
I'm surprised no one has caught this yet. It's okay. It's alright. So this is a song called Beautiful Savior. All my days I will sing this song of gladness. Give my praise to the fountain of delights. For in my... Hold on a sec. Sorry, I forgot there was a 2-pager to this. Helplessness, you heard my cry, and waves of mercy poured down on my life. Beautiful Savior, wonderful Counselor, clothed in majesty, Lord of history, you're the way, the the truth, the life, star of the morning, glorious in holiness. You're the risen one, heaven's champion, and you reign over all. The cross of my Redeemer, I will sing of the blood that never fails, of sins forgiven, of conscience cleansed, of death defeated, and life without end. Beautiful Savior, wonderful Counselor, clothed in majesty, Lord of history. You're the way, the truth, the life, star of the morning, glorious in holiness. You're the risen one, heaven's champion, and you reign over all. And I long to be where the praise is never ending, yearn to dwell where the glory never fades, where countless worshipers will share one song, and cries of worthy will honor the Lamb. Beautiful Savior, wonderful Counselor, clothed in majesty, Lord of history. You're the way, the truth, the life, star of the morning, glorious in holiness. You're the risen one, heaven's champion, and you reign over all. That's a good song. Let's see, Kelly. Different guitar. Jane, tune your guitar. Actually, my guitar is tuned. Pam, sound mic on different side. So I'm guessing they're not hearing the guitar great.
Those are your guesses.
Oh, those are the differences?
So what's different?
Oh, Kelly's got it. I'm playing a different guitar. Hello, Nana Makers. Hey, Rick, are we doing spuds? Hi, Anna and Susie. Oh, good, Susie. It's good here. Good. You can participate in the contest. And Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Nice to have everybody. Yeah, Kelly. Ding, 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 ding. This
was my favorite, though, for differences.
Jane not losing connection. That's the best difference tonight. Yes, this is my my Martin DX1 RGT. I have no idea what all that means. This is actually my backup guitar at church, which I just put a new pickup in that I'm excited to try out. And I just restrung it, so I thought I'd give it a shot tonight. If I'm playing kind of crummy, it's because I'm not used to this. This neck is just slightly thinner than my Gibson, and it feels a lot different. And yeah, who is Megan here?
Yes.
Happy birthday, Megan. Hey, how old are you? You got to be getting up there, right? Oh, I'm very glad to have you here, Megan. Okay, So the contest songs are out there. All three of them are out there now. Make some guesses. We had no winner for last week's. And now we move into the 2000s. 2000 saw some really great music. We see people like Chris Tomlin, Matt Redman, what's the dude's name? Oh, I don't know who all those other people are. But anyways, we have quite a few of these really great songwriters kind of coming up into their own during this time and giving us some really great music. And as I was looking back at the 2000s, because I still remember those pretty well, there were some big things that happened. We survived Y2K. For all of you who were there, you remember what a weird thing that was. We had 9/11. We had the Gulf War. We had our first black president. We had the tsunami in Indonesia. We had hurricanes. We just had a lot of different stuff going on. But above all of it, God is still there. And there were some really great worship songs being written to Him during this time. And first one we're going to do tonight is one that we used to do at church every so often. We haven't done it a whole lot lately. And this is a song from Third Day called King of Glory.
Before you do that.
Vicki Glassford, her guess. What's her guess?
Haircut.
Oh, haircut. And I lost all my strength. Megan, guess. Oh,
I said dirty 30. That's my guess.
I'm going to say 30. Okay, wait, let's see. I'm going to say 32. Well, I got to be real. 20? Who is this King of Glory that pursues me with His love and haunts me with each hearing of His softly spoken words, a conscience of reminder, the forgiveness that I need. Who is this King of Glory who offers it to me? Who is this King of angels, the blessed Prince of Peace, revealing things of heaven and all its mysteries? Spirit's ever longing for His grace in which to stand. Who is this King of Glory, Son of God and Son of Man? His name is Jesus, precious Jesus, Lord Almighty, the King of my heart, the King of Glory. Who is this King of Glory? Strength and majesty, wisdom beyond measure, the gracious King of Kings, Lord of earth and heaven, the creator of all things. He is the King of Glory, He's everything to me. His name is Jesus, precious Jesus, Lord Almighty, the King of my heart, the King of Glory. His name is Jesus, Lord Almighty, King of my heart, the King of glory. Thank you, Third Day, for that song. 32. So that was the guess that came out of my mouth, if you heard it. But that makes you really old. Thanks, Megan. I don't really think that makes me that old, but whatever. So, song from the 2000s. We'll do another one from the 2000s. This one a little later in the decade. It was during the 2000s that one of my favorite artists came upon the scene. We've done a good handful of his songs during these living room worships. I've also done a handful of his songs at Sunday worships. And he's one of my favorites. His name's Jason Gray. And this is a song he did from 2009. And this is one of those songs that I love to use to end a worship service, because I think it just asks a great question about what does our worship actually mean? What is it we're doing? So this one's called Fade with Our Voices. I'm not finger picking any songs tonight.
Another difference.
Shocking.
Did your nails break?
Yeah, I do have one broken one. I won't show you which finger because that would be rude. And that would be all over YouTube, and I don't want that. I'm going to do it up a little higher. After all the songs are sung, and our prayers for kingdom come, did we bring honor to the words we sing? Does our worship have hands? Does it have feet? Does it stand up in the face of injustice? Does our worship bow down? Does it run deep? Is it more than a song that fades with our voices? Does it fade with our voices? Lord, it's you we long to please. Make our lives a melody that we proclaim when we live in Jesus' name. Does our worship have hands? Does it have feet? Does it stand up in the face of injustice? Does our worship bow down? Does it run deep? Is it more than a song that fades with our voices? Does it fade with our voices? So if we raise our hands high, let us also reach them out. And if we lift our voices up, let it be the sound of love. Let it be the sound of love. Does our worship have hands? Does it have feet? Does it stand up in the face of injustice? Does our worship bow down? Does it run deep? Is it more than a song that fades with our voices? Let our worship have hands. Let it have feet. Let it stand up in the face of injustice. Let our worship bow down. Let it run deep. It's more than a song that fades with our voices. It won't fade with our voices. It won't fade with our voices. That's a great song. It's the question is, does a worship do anything? And then the final plea is, let it do something. Let it do those things that Jesus did. Okay, do we still have no guesses for tonight's songs? Okay, how about this? At least try and guess what one of them was. You had to get that first one. Come on, people. Come on now. Okay, well, I'm only going to give you a couple minutes till it's revealed because we're coming to the very end here. Okay. Actually, according to my notes, this is the end. Not the end of the whole thing. We still have 2 songs left. This is the end. Here's what the songs were if you did not know them. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Come on, the Beatles?
Valid and Kelly got them.
Okay, good. This one,
Jennifer Taylor too.
I didn't really think anyone would get this song. It's a song called And at the break of day you sank into your dream. You dreamer, you dreamer, you dreamer. Ooh, Aaron Neville could do that. Yeah, that's the song "Dreamer" by Jen Grant.
Make them guess the show.
And it's a theme song to a TV show. It's one of my all-time favorites now. And I'll even give another clue. It's Canadian, and it's on Netflix. And so that's Dreamer by Jen Grant. And the last song, this kind of breaks my heart that some of you old people don't know this one. There is a way that leads to life. Oh, the few that find it never die. Jump to the chorus. There is a road inside of you. Inside of me there is one too. No stumbling pilgrim in the dark. The road to Zion's in your heart. Road to Zion by Petra. That goes back to 1970-something or 80-something.
Yeah, they like the Beatles.
Well, I told you this week I was making it tough. Okay, so now we move into the 2010s, and I gotta tell you, those look pretty good compared to how 2020s have started. So our last 2 songs, the first one is one we've done in church a few times. It's by a group called City Alight. The second one will be a wee unfamiliar because we've never done it at church. The first one is a song called God is For Us, and I picked this one because as soon as I heard it, it kind of made me laugh because I thought this kind of sounds like a song that would have come out in the 80s. But I like it. It's just great victory kind of song. We won't fear the battle, we won't fear the night. We will walk the valley with you by our side. You will go before us, you will lead the way. We have found a refuge only you can save. Sing with joy now, our God is for us. The Father's love is a strong and mighty fortress. Raise your voice now, no love is greater. Who can stand against the slip? Our God is for us. Even when I stumble, even when I fall, even when I turn back, still your love is sure. You will not abandon, you will not forsake. You will cheer me onward with never-ending grace. Sing with joy now, our God is for us. The Father's love is a strong and mighty fortress. Raise your voice now, no love is greater. Who can stand
separate us. Hell and death will not defeat us. He who gave His Son to free us holds me in His love. Sing with joy now, our God is for us. The Father's love is a strong and mighty fortress. Raise your voice now, no love is greater. Who can stand against us if our God is for us? Sing with joy now, our God is for us. The Father's love is a strong and mighty fortress. Raise your voice now, no love is greater. Who can stand against us if our God is for us?
That's just a good, happy victory song. And boy, what a great reminder today. Huh? Boy, our God is for us, even in these times when it feels weird. So this last song we have not done, there is a good chance I'll butcher it. So,
Yay.
yeah.
That's special.
Yeah. I think we've only done it maybe once with the praise team. This is a song that Susie McKinney brought up to me or sent to me and said, hey, this is a cool song. And I listened to it and I said, wow, this is a cool song. So if I butcher it, I'm really sorry. But I seem to be in the habit of doing that, especially with that incredibly complicated song of Jesus Loves Me. This song is by a group called We the Kingdom, and it's called Holy Water. Oh, hey, that's right. I have to do this for this song because it just makes sense.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You can't remember how it goes.
Okay, I remember. So you think on Sundays I do dramatic pauses for effect? No, it's because I'm trying to remember how the song goes.
God, I'm on my knees again. God, I'm begging, please again. I need you. No, I need you. Walking down these desert roads, water for my thirsty soul. I need you. Oh, I need you. Your forgiveness is like sweet, sweet honey on my lips, like the sound of a symphony to my ears. It's like holy water on my skin. Dead man walking, slave to sin. Wanna know about being born again. I need you. Oh God, I need you. So take me to the riverside. Take me unbaptized. I need you. Oh God, I need you. Your forgiveness is like sweet, sweet honey on my lips, like the sound of a symphony to my ears, like holy water on my skin. And I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day. It's the only thing that ever really makes me want to change. And I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day. It's the only thing that ever really makes me want to change. And I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day. It's the only thing that ever really makes me want to change. Your forgiveness is like sweet, sweet honey on my lips, like the sound of a symphony to my ears. It's like holy water, your forgiveness. It's like sweet, sweet honey on my lips. It's like the sound of a symphony to my ears. It's like holy water on my skin. It's like holy water on my skin. It's like holy water.
Yeehaw! Ah, that's fun. Now, normally our females will be singing the lead on that, and I'm just doing harmony, so it's a little unusual. I gave them really?
I did.
A TV hint. Okay, so Jane guesses Yellowstone. That's a pretty good guess. Vicky guesses Heartland. That's a pretty good guess. And Pam Hedges says Stranger Things. The correct answer is Vicky. That is the theme song to Heartland, which is a really great show. If you're looking for something very clean, very family-centered, and has horses, that is your show. And that is the end of our worship tonight from my kitchen and room with no name. Next week is going to be very special. It is going to be Christmas in July. Yeah, so we're going to be doing some Christmas songs next week. May mix in a couple other ones. Who knows what happens. And then the following week I will not be here because family and I are going to be going on vacation. So very glad to have you all with us tonight. And I don't think we had any winners from either contest, so I'm not sending out anything unless Tim Schmidt sends me his address. Come on, man. Get your prize. Any last comments or anything we need here, dear?
Mom likes it.
Hey, all right. That's the kind of approval that I like to get. So, everybody have a great week and great weekend, and we'll see you next time.